Evan Pantazi here. Out today, it's a nice day out here. It's a little cold still, but and the boats aren't in, as you can see. And just brings me to mind of the bright future the Kyusho has, and it has a bright future for you too. Kyusho empowers you. It empowers you in many different ways. First of all, it makes your strikes, your grapples, your locking techniques much more powerful and effective on the opponent. At the same time, it gives you insights and it challenges you to look deeper into your art. Learning Kyusho is a no-lose situation for your karate, or your tai chi, or your Wing Chun, or your BJJ, or whatever style you learn. It's just a perfect add-on to any art. It makes you look at the yin and the yang of things, how a punch can be a grab can be a punch. It's just an amazing tool to keep in your arsenal. It can get confusing too because there's lots of schools of thought on Kyusho out there. Some of them are very complex, superficial, and can't really help you. But when you start looking at the positive and the negative effects of simple target acquisition with proper tools and trajectories, then it's a very easy thing to employ. When you're on the ground, especially grappling, the leverage that you have is just astounding. Being able to place your tools and your on specific targets for your opponent that will annoy them, weaken them, make them move, make them jump, steal their spirit and their mind is invaluable. And it doesn't make, Kyusho just doesn't make you a better fighter, okay, than anybody else. It makes you a better fighter than you. Okay, that's the whole premise. We have a lot of people that say, oh yeah, well, why don't you step in the ring? Well, you know what, it's beyond that. If you're stepping in the ring, you should know this. If you don't, then you're making a big mistake. You're losing a lot of opportunity. If you look back on Chuck Liddell's book, The Iceman, he reportedly went to Okinawa, learned a target, and then when you saw him in the ring, he did employ it. In fact, all the knockouts that you see in the UFC, the MMA bouts, you can see exactly what Kyusho targets were used and how. All right, but the problem is most people are pushing this off as a fake art or fraudulent. But what they don't understand is if you don't try it and you don't learn it for yourself, then you just can't say that. And you look at all the things that are being done in the tournaments and the knockouts and boxing rings even, then you're going to understand that Kyusho is real. Might have mentioned this before, but there was an old Playboy article with Oscar de la Hoya, and he was coming up on his famous fight with Antonio Vargas. And he was telling the magazine writer that he knew of targets in the body and the head that will knock a person out. Now, when you saw the fight, he was actually hunting for him, actually tagged him a couple times, okay, and dropped Vargas to the ground. Didn't put him all the way out, but dazed him. Got a standing 8 count and everything like that. And you see that it can be employed in boxing, even through the gloves. Okay, you can see that it was used in the UFC so it can handle the ring. All right, so whatever's holding you back, don't think of it as a complex system. Some people have it as a complex system, but it's a very easy system. So search out the instructors that are going to help you learn the real targets, the real anatomy, not pressure points, the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscle spindle cells, the physiology and anatomy of the body. And it isn't hard. Yeah, the words are big, but it's not hard to learn how to hit where and how. All right, so seek out those instructors and see for yourself what it can do for your art. Have a great day.